Alright, so to build up before we finally move on to the final of today's mid-season showdown between Reuven Tan and Martin Tan, we will be going through a brief rundown of the tournament's usage statistics over the weekend. We had a total of, I believe,
46
players.
And no surprise, the top dog still remains as Arcanine.
Yes, by far the number one in usage. Still unparalleled utility, fire type to check Katana and Intimidate.
Yeah, and very versatile as well. You can run an offensive variant, could run a defensive variant. I believe players have been running Bulldoze as well for speed control.
Yeah, we've seen it on stream multiple times. It has come true, especially in the mirror, since it guarantees your Arcanine will move before the other next turn.
Definitely. And extreme speed, a very good priority option, barring psychic terrain on the field. So all in all, a very good Pokemon, quite good for the format. And moving on,
interesting to see Coco and Lele somewhat even in usage. Coco still inching out on top, as expected. Coco being the fastest and therefore somewhat easiest to abuse with the terrain. But Lele is starting to creep up, especially with the Drifblim teams running around. We do see a total of how many Drifblims?
It is not listed here though.
8 Drifblims.
Oh, okay.
So probably all running. But as you saw, actually, Reuven running with the Fini instead. So probably 7 Drifblim Lele teams running around. Yeah, still a decent number considering the popularity of the
without
archetype.
pairing with the Drifblim, the Psychic Terrain and Psychic Step is really too good to pass up.
Yeah, Lele hits the hardest of the Tapus. It just also happens to be one of the hardest to protect as well, since its typing leaves it open to a lot of common attacks.
Yeah, I believe Scarf helps it overcome the speed differential.
But does hurt its offensive power.
Yeah, and following the two Tapus will be Katana. I believe it's one of the few Ultra Beasts that have managed to stay relevant in the meta.
Yeah, as expected from the very beginning, Katana's offense and speed and typing to check many common threats, checks the Lele, outspeeds and kind of one-on-ones the Garchomp quite comfortably as well.
Yeah, and
Gigalith and a host of other threats. And it's very hard to take down without a fire attack.
Even with a fire attack, I mean, as we saw Martin earlier, with the substitute, a lot of tricks that Katana can pull off. The Scarf, the Scope Lens, the Sash.
Yeah, at the end of the day, as long as you move before your opponent, no matter how weak you are typing-wise, you always have a chance.
Yeah, so
you can attack it first with a boost from Beast Boost, you could get a critical hit with Leaf Blade, with or without the aid of nasty boosting items. Or you can, as you pointed out, just sub to force your opponent to keep attacking and leave your partner free to take it out.
Yeah, following the Katana will be the Garchomp, which does pack its very strong Tectonic Rage.
Garchomp, I actually expected to have higher usage. Due to its utility. Again, it's fast, and the Tectonic Rage just covers so many things. Yet, somewhat low, only number 5 in usage. Still high, but I actually expected it to be up there with the Arcanine.
Yeah, I think the rise in Lele hurts it quite a bit, because if you can't really if Lele manages to strike first, I believe a Moonblast will be able to take out Garchomp.
The other thing also is that Salt's Dance Garchomp, which has caught on overseas and online, hasn't seemed to have become the norm here. And the one matchup that hurts Garchomp in is the one directly beneath it in the usage.
Yeah, which is the Porygon 2.
Salt's Dance Garchomp can get a knockout with a +2 Tectonic Rage. Without it though, Ice Beam. Yes,
but I believe Garchomps are able to survive the Ice Beam from Porygon 2.
But that assumes the lack of download boost.
That is
Garchomp
true.
itself has to be trained a certain way to avoid giving Porygon 2 a download boost. And that's before considering your partners.
So sometimes unavoidable. Yeah, next up we have Porygon 2, which I honestly expected it to be a lot higher up considering its fantastic bulk. But given the nature of the meta, fast, heavy hitters, not surprising to see it a bit lower than expected.
Still though, Porygon 2 is still a very hard Pokemon to take out, but I think the main threat to Porygon 2's usage is that everybody is carrying Taunt now. And Porygon 2's status as the biggest Taunt bait of all is still pretty clear.
Definitely.
As you saw, Reuven runs Taunt on his Tapu Fini strictly to shut down Porygon 2's, which I especially don't predict it, since he usually opens the Calm Mind and lulls his opponent into a false sense of security before, nope, I've got Taunt.
Yeah, but if it does manage to get set up, then it brings in its other partner, which is quite conveniently placed right below it, the Gigalith.
Yeah, I'm not surprised to see Porygon 2 and Gigalith commonly played together. Players overseas, like Nick Navarre, have said that the pair is just such a strong, self-contained combination.
Yeah,
under Trick Room or even without Trick Room.
Gigalith is also pretty flexible in terms of items. The Recovery Berry, the Pinch Berry, Z Crystal is also quite relevant, as well as Azor Vest.
Not so much Hearthstone though. But yeah, it's definitely useful, as well as the Fini going beneath it. But Fini starting to sink. Singapore saw a surge in Fini for a long time, but I think it's high time that Surge stopped, and players have realized that Katana's a bit too good to be depending on Fini too much.
Yeah,
and
not only
Fini has settled into a comfortable middle range of usage.
Yeah, I think what hurts Fini usage is the rise in Coco as well as Katana. Both things really threaten the Tapu Fini.
Alright, so moving on, we will bring you now to the culmination of this weekend's mid-season showdown. The final will be played between Reuven Tan and Martin Tan. Both players have connected. We'll be going into the battle. Martin and Reuven actually having very differing semi-finals. Martin kind of demolished his opponent.
I'm a bit worried for Reuven though, because his matchup against Trick Room isn't good, and Martin does have that option. Although he can stop it with the Tapu Fini, as you mentioned, with the taunt.
Though the advantage for Reuven here is that with the Drift Limb Tailwind and the natural speed advantage given by Unburden, he's going to get the jump on Katana a lot, which means that Martin is not going to be able to pull off his usual tricks.
Yeah, the substitute to try to sponge damage from
But
attacks.
without the Will-O-Wisp on the Drift Limb, as well as the Misty Terrain, Katana not going to fear the Drift Limb so much. Shadow Ball will take it below half, of course, but it doesn't fear being shut down as Will-O-Wisp would.
Yeah, so I guess it falls down to the Arcanine, but that could be easy prey for. In return, that could be easy prey for Martin's Giga Leaf, which is quite threatening under Trick Room as well.
Yeah, but again, Martin's Trick Room option is the Porygon 2, and Reuven does have the taunt on Fini. So Martin's going to have to play very carefully, because if Porygon 2 gets taunted, it's actually in a kind of bad situation versus the Drift Limb and the Fini. Can't hit either for strong damage, unable to set up Trick Room.
And
while the Fini will probably just start setting up Calm Minds.
Yes, and potentially the Drift Limb could also, if left alone to his own devices, could potentially help Reuven's own team by buffing it up, boosting his attack and so on and so
And of
forth.
course, if Arcanine on Martin's side starts proving to be a bit troublesome for Reuven to handle, maybe, just maybe, we'll finally see the Rain Dance on Tapu, on the Drift Limb.
Yeah, that's what I was suggesting, with the boosting the Tapu Fini's a special attack as well. And Reuven can play the very dirty, disgusting method of swaggering Martin's Pokemon outside of Misty Terrain if it falls to that. Let's just hope he's not that desperate.
Martin does have the counter terrain of the electric, so things could change and Swagger could be in play for either player. So Reuven's team once again is the Arcanine, Katana, Tapu Fini, Garchomp, Magnezone, and Drift Limb.
And on Martin's side of the field, we have Gyarados, Katana, Arcanine, Tapu Koko, the Giga Leaf, and Porygon 2.
This is the final, both players having not dropped any sets rather in top card, and only dropped that one set in a Swiss round. So they're about to see who will emerge as the champion of today's mid-season showdown and walk home with 50 championship points.
Yeah, now that I think about it though, the lead of Drift Limb and Fini is quite natural for Reuven. It serves as an offensive core, at the same time can stop the Porygon 2 because of taunt on the Fini. So I think he's likely to lead with that.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the answer though to Martin just leaving whatever he wants next to the Tapu Koko and adjusting accordingly with the Volt Switch.
Yes, Tapu Koko will be a problem for him. His checks for that, I believe Garchomp, Magnezone perhaps to a certain degree, but I suspect Garchomp will be called into play for Reuven here.
Yeah, Garchomp at back definitely useful for Reuven.
Do you suspect any Z crystals on the Tapu Koko?
The Tapu Koko on Martin's side is in fact carrying the Farium Z for the Twinkle Tackle, but it is going off Dazzling Gleam, which means a relatively underwhelming 160 base Z move.
I suppose that still is enough to take out the Garchomp on Reuven's side.
Here comes Arcanine and Tapu Koko, so Martin does go for the Intimidate as well as his Koko lead, which can both switch out to readjust his field position.
Yeah, and Fini and Drift Limb for Reuven here.
Yeah, Reuven, as you pointed out, not really seeing any threat to leading with Fini Blim. Electric Surge will kick in to change the terrain to electric, but Finis will change it right back to Misty Terrain.
Yeah. Fastest thing on the field will be the Drift Limb, but the Fini here without the Protect, feeling particularly vulnerable from the Tapu Koko.
Again, without the terrain, not as damaging as it could be, since we also know that Martin does not have the boosting item for his electric attacks. So Volt Switch will hurt, being super effective, but not as much as it would under terrain.
Yeah, and Reuven looks primed to get the speed advantage.
Drift Limb in particular will just shrug off a Volt Switch with the Misty Seed boost.
Oh, but Fini retreats here, not
Garchomp
wanting to take an
yes,
attack.
it is Garchomp. Reuven hoping to catch the Volt Switch into the Garchomp slot, as Arcanine will protect itself from I don't know what actually.
Fini attack, I suppose. Although what comes in is still threatening to the Arcanine.
Yes, Tailwind comes out here, and does Volt Switch go into Drift Flame? Volt Switch goes into the Drift Flame. Martin makes the right call and hits the one with the lowest chance of carrying Protect.
Yeah, even with the boost in special defense, still a 2-hit KO on the Drift Flame there. But Tailwind is up, and Garchomp, well, Garchomp is in Misty Terrain, and we know the Drift Flame has Swagger. So this is actually prime position.
But Martin has White Guard.
Oh, saving grace here.
But Tectonic Rage is still an option though.
Definitely. And honestly, Giga Leaf doesn't have much to be able to threaten the Garchomp. Arcanine, having already burned its Protect, does not want to stay in.
Martin bringing actually revealing 3 Pokemon on his team that are all weak to ground so far in this battle.
Yeah, so I mean, Reuven can just plow ahead with the Garchomp.
Yeah, Martin has an easy hard counter to the Garchomp in the Twinkle Tackle Coco. Unfortunately, there are 3 more turns of Tailwind.
Yes. He has to. I mean, Reuven has to try to kill some monsters to to bait out the Tapu Koko.
He's gonna have to save himself for 3 turns, and White Guard would normally do that, but he still has to handle Tectonic Rage into the Giga Leaf. Fires off the White Guard immediately. Does Reuven call it with the Tectonic Rage into the Giga Leaf to get rid of White Guard?
We do see the Swagger does land onto the Garchomp, so a +2 here. Do we see an Earthquake or do we see a Tectonic Rage?
Here comes the Tectonic Rage from Garchomp.
Yes.
Does he go into the Giga Leaf? He's going to be dodging that White Guard. If he hits the Giga Leaf, he gets rid of White Guard for the rest of the game.
Yeah, could be huge here, especially if Coco comes back in and he's able to pick up a double KO with Earthquake.
Here comes Tectonic Rage. The target will be the Giga Leaf. Reuven recognizing the danger of the White Guard, betting that Martin will not protect his Giga Leaf this turn and gets away with the Tectonic Rage at +2. Way overkill on the Giga Leaf.
At the same time though, the Arcanine can't really do much to threaten the Garchomp here. Flame Blade's not going to be very effective here. Oh, it goes for the Drift Beam actually. So no more Swaggers. Yeah.
Not even opting for the Bulldoze to try and lower Garchomp's speed.
Yeah, I mean Garchomp is pretty happy to just stay on the field, although now it might have to Earthquake his own partner.
That's true. But he does have Poison Jab and Rock Slide as we've seen.
Yeah,
Boosted by that Swagger could go a long way.
Do see Katana hit the field here.
The one time Katana is quite happy to switch into Arcanine, since Arcanine is totally pinned down by the Garchomp. +2 Earthquake onto Katana should not be a KO. So Martin still has a bit of room to maneuver, especially since I do believe his Katana is carrying a bit of bulk.
Nah, not really though, because Reuven's Katana is faster under Tailwind, so we'll be able to Sacred Sword and KO Martin's Katana before it can act as well.
Yeah, that's true. Martin kind of forced into a very defensive play here, but he still has one more turn of Tailwind after this.
Arcanine going for the Protect once again.
Martin's Katana not choosing to detect. But he does eat a Sacred Sword and an Earthquake. Whoa!
Not even needed.
Not even needed here. Oh, but yeah, we do know Reuven's Katana is holding the choice band. Well, if he didn't know it before, Martin knows it now.
Yeah, and Rock Slide, not Earthquaking his partner, wise choice there.
Yeah, he didn't need the extra damage on Katana, since he knew that with the choice band, he gets a knockout anyway.
Yeah, and he's not worried about the speed as well, since he has Tailwind by his side. And Tapu Koko, I guess now is the time Garchomp is willing to Earthquake his own partner to pick up a double KO.
Not this turn though. This Koko's Protect is kind of obvious. But now though, Arcanine has to. I'm not sure Martin should be forfeiting there actually. All he has to do is fish for the double on the Arcanine.
I can understand where he's coming from. It's a bit demoralizing to be facing off against a +2 Garchomp and a +1 Katana.
But with one more turn of Tailwind and your Koko being faster than Garchomp, unless he himself knows that his Koko is slower than Garchomp.
I guess even if you manage to stall out the Trick Room and you manage to kill the Garchomp with Finger Tackle, you still have a Katana to deal with. And the Arcanine already having to burn the Protect has to roll the dice for a double Protect to be pulled off.
But a chance is still a chance.
Yeah, and I mean if the Arcanine doesn't get the double Protect off, then Katana has free reign. I guess he could have tried for the long shot, going for the double Protect. Yeah, but he decides not to.
Again, the only reason I can think of it is that if his Koko really is actually undersped by the Garchomp.
Perhaps indicative of a more bulky spread.
If not, there was definitely an opportunity there to stall out Tailwind and then get the Twinkle Tackle.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, Martin himself knows why he made that decision. And he will have to adjust going into game 2.
Reuven does
having a very, very commanding advantage.
Reuven does still have Tapu Fini at the back as well though. Oh, but that's taken out.
Coco,
yeah.
Yeah, so there's definitely a chance for Martin there, but chose not to take it, so maybe he knows something that we don't. But he will have to make adjustments for game 2, as we are entering game 2 here. Reuven with one game to play with, and no real reason to adjust his strategy.
Yeah,
whereas Martin is going to have to adjust. Maybe, just maybe, don't bring 3 ground weeks against Garchomp.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, at least have a game plan for the Garchomp. Trick Room, Tailwind did so much for Reuven.
Yeah,
so
here we go. Double Coco and Porygon 2, threatening the Trick Room to counteract the Tailwind as Finny and Drifloon hit the field. And Reuven's gonna decide, does he want to taunt or not?
I guess he can. The Tapu Koko is at no risk of killing the Finny since the terrain will be switched over to Misty.
Yeah, and unless Martin carries Sky Drop, the Finny is going to be able to taunt before the Porygon 2 can Trick Room. So the adjustment to make there, of course, if your Garchomp is the problem, the very obvious adjustment is bring Gyarados, which Martin didn't bring in the last game.
I guess Porygon 2 works well since it does have the Ice Beam. Though won't be able to take out the Gyarados in a Gyarados. The Garchomp in a single hit.
I'm actually very curious as to why he didn't bring Gyarados last game. It is threatened by Magnezone, but he has Earthquake on his Gyarados.
Yeah, and I mean Gyarados being flying type wouldn't mind sitting in front of a Garchomp.
He does have Rock Slide, so not the safest, but at least better than being weak to Earthquake.
Well, will Finny go for the taunt here? And no Tailwind.
Shadow Ball coming out. Martin taking the hit as he Volt switches out onto the Drifblim. Again, the same play, expecting maybe a Garchomp switch in again. As Porygon 2. Well, do you think Martin went for the Trick Room here?
Yes, it has to. It's the most logical play.
But then now that Drifblim didn't go for Tailwind though.
Oh, Gyarados comes.
The odds are that the Finny went for Taunt instead of an attack.
Yeah, so maybe Martin could be in for a rude surprise. And we do see
I don't think
taunt.
he's really going to be surprised, since it is the most obvious play to make. But maybe he was just hoping for the best.
And Ice Beam.
Yes, he does go for the Ice Beam. And takes out the Drifblim? Question mark? Nope.
Not quite enough. The special defense there, special defense boost for the Drifblim, saving it from being KO'd this turn.
Yeah, Finny's or the Drifblim's bulk and the fact that boosted by the Misty Seed, helped by the fact that Porygon 2 did not get the special attack
Well,
boost.
Drifblim is free to Tailwind here, so once again the speed control will go to Reuven.
But Martin can at least make up half of the difference by going for Dragon Dance.
Yeah, and we will see another Shadow Ball, so no Tailwind once again. Just more damage onto the Gyarados.
Yes, Gyarados does go for Dragon Dance here.
Does Finny go for the Calm Mind? Or does he just go straight for the attack?
Here comes Muddy Water. No,
Calm
he actually
Mind.
goes for the Calm Mind. So giving Gyarados a free boost, and it's going to be the fastest thing on the field since Reuven didn't opt for the Tailwind.
Yes, and Ice Beam should pick up the KO on Drifblim here.
Yes, it does. So Gyarados sitting kind of...
Oh, doesn't he? It goes for the Finny. Predicting a Garchomp switch in perhaps.
That is actually probably the case.
But now Gyarados can KO the Drifblim because it is faster.
Oh, I think
with the speed
Martin
boost.
recognized that if Drifblim went for Tailwind, he didn't want to be giving Reuven a free switch in by KOing the Drifblim.
Oh, well, that's
So
logical
he
as
tried
well.
to cover the potential Garchomp switch with the Ice Beam. And so he leaves the Drifblim on the field to, at most, as we see, deal 20% to the Gyarados.
Yeah, and finally Tailwind does come out. So the speed.
But Gyarados with the opportunity to Dragon Dance one more time. No, we go straight for the Tectonic Rage here. Clearly not into the Drifblim, since Tectonic Rage is a ground attack.
Will it be enough to kill the Finny?
+1 though. Without the same type attack bonus, I wonder. I do wonder. Well, we're about to find out.
I guess if you
Tectonic
use,
Rage comes in here, 180 base attack.
I guess if the
Ground
Porygon,
move with the Dragon Dance boost into the Tapu Fini, not gonna be enough.
yeah, I mean if the Porygon went doubled in with a return perhaps.
Or a Thunderbolt.
Yeah.
Try
And
attack,
Muddy
probably not
Water.
Yes, the accuracy drop on Gyarados once again. And Ice Beam comes out onto the Fini again. Into the
Drifblim. So Martin
Now
falling in the
Garchomp-
trap.
Yeah, now Garchomp comes in for relative free.
Oh, Porygon does.
But now there's nothing stopping nothing stopping Reuven from taunting Porygon 2 again.
Yes, I mean, not only that, I think Reuven at this point just goes for the KO with a Tectonic Rage.
Oh, not yet. He will need to double into it, which leaves the Gyarados open. But at the same time, he knows that the Gyarados coverage move is Earthquake. So no Ice Fang. It's kind of safe for the Garchomp as
Yeah,
well.
Rock Slide is pretty tempting as well.
But
I mean,
Waterfall could actually KO the Fini here. But Fini's going to be moving first under Tailwind, I
Yes.
suppose.
yes.
It's hard to tell though, because Gyarados does have a Dragon Dance under its belt.
Gyarados seems to be a more bulky spread though.
You are overestimating Drifblim's special attack once again.
No, I mean based off the HP.
That was Muddy Water boosted by the Carmine. So it didn't do that much to Gyarados. I suppose it could be bulky.
As in based off the max HP.
Oh, perhaps.
Yeah. And Porygon does retreat, not wanting to take a taunt, and sends in Giga Leaf. Okay, that's just prime for a Tectonic Rage.
Definitely. As you pointed out, that could be the play here for Reuven. A bit of chip damage followed by Tectonic Rage.
Oh, Garchomp protects actually.
Protects here.
Maybe still fears the Ice Fang somehow?
Oh, just wants to get rid of the Gyarados, I think. But goes for the Moonblast into the Giga Leaf.
Takes a lot of damage though.
After the boost.
Oh, Waterfall into the Garchomp. Wasted turn for Martin here. Just more damage onto Martin's side of the field.
And now giving Gyarados the chance to be protected from Rock Slide by the White Guard on Giga Leaf. And now that Garchomp has burned his Protect, there's nothing stopping it. But then Blossom Waterfall is not going to KO anyway.
Garchomp is just going to Tectonic into the Giga Leaf as the previous game.
That's
Same
true.
as the previous game.
But now Giga Leaf can protect. So again, the decision is going to come down to will Giga Leaf White Guard or will Giga Leaf protect?
Yeah,
Martin gambled and made the wrong call last game. Let's see how it goes this game.
He has to call it again, and it's not very good for him, since if he loses the call, makes the wrong call, he just loses the game and the match.
Well, Martin has already locked in his moves, so here comes the protect. That's Reuven Tectonic Rage. In the top 4, we saw him switch up and not go for the immediate Tectonic Rage, but he goes for it. And Martin this time calls the Tectonic Rage correctly, and is still going to take a good chunk for his trouble, but at least he doesn't get KO'd.
You have to wonder though, the Fini Moonblast into the Gyarados would be insufficient to take it out.
That's also
Plus
a
one.
at +1.
Yeah.
Since the Gyarados has already taken a good bit of chip.
Yeah, and there is Sand in play, so even if he's brought down to a sliver, could still feint distance. Giga Leaf hangs on, does a lot of damage despite the protect. And triggers the berry.
Just enough. But here comes Moonblast into the Gyarados. Is it gonna be enough? And no, it's gonna be enough. Gyarados goes down, unable to get off that Dragon Dance boosted waterfall onto the Garchomp.
Yeah, or crucially maybe the Fini, because Porygon 2 is going to hit the field again. Could really enjoy setting up Trick Room for its Giga Leaf partner. Oh, I guess Coco would be fine as well, but... Oh yeah,
Coco's gonna go for the protect
now that
here,
Tectonic Braid...
Giga Leaf probably...
There's no need. I mean, Giga Leaf... Tectonic Rage has already been burned. The only way
Coco has already been damaged.
That is true, and Garchomp has Poison Jab as well.
One more Tailwind to stall out, let's not forget. One more turn of Tailwind.
So we do expect to see a protect on...
Garchomp going to protect and waste its last turn of Trick Room. A Tailwind rather. As Coco goes for its own protect. But next turn the Tailwind should expire.
Does Fini go for damage onto the Giga Leaf? No, goes for the Coco.
As Rock Slide comes out and will pick off the Fini barring a miss.
Does connect, Fini will go down.
So the first KO for Martin's side, I believe. No, Drifloon did go down as well.
Yes.
So Reuven down to his last two, and Martin still with the Porygon 2 at the back, but the Garchomp is still looking very, very strong. Though kind of locked down by a White Guard.
Nah, not only that. I mean, if Martin's Tapu Koko is faster than Garchomp,
and now he cannot upgrade his own Arcanine as well.
Yeah, not only that, the Twinkle Tackle is still live for Martin as well.
We're about to find out just whose Mon is faster, since Martin's mannerisms in Game 1 seem to indicate
he's slower.
He wasn't confident in his Coco outspeeding the Garchomp. Though that could be due to a lack of awareness about the Tailwind turns. So we shall see how this goes. Since Garchomp already burned his Protect last turn for some reason. I'm not entirely clear what that reason was.
Yeah. I guess
I suppose he didn't want to Earthquake himself. Or risk the White Guard, but then he has Poison Jab.
Yes. I feel he should have gone for the attack. I mean, if he did, he just get a bit more residual damage and bring himself into Ice Beam KO range for the Porygon 2.
As White Guard comes out here, but Poison Jab from Garchomp. Extreme Speed comes out. Is it going to be enough on the... No, not going to be enough. As Dazzling Gleam. No Tectonic... No Twinkle Tackle. Has he already burned his Z move? No, he hasn't.
Hey, wait, he has. The Gyarados did use Tectonic Rage.
Tectonic Rage on Gyarados.
Yes.
Oh, we forgot
but White Guard protected.
That means... going to be enough, but Extreme Speed will pick it up next turn.
Yes. But I mean the white guard showing that Garchomp did go for a Rock Slide.
Or Rock Slide,
yeah, because the Arcanine is still sitting pretty right there. So Extreme Speed will pick up the KO, and I guess the Garchomp could just protect here, although it just leaves the Arcanine going down unpunished.
Yeah, actually Gilly doesn't need the white guard here.
Oh, Coco goes for another protect. It'll go down to sand this time. I'm not sure what he's thinking.
He's trying to get the attack with Giga Leaf off.
Extreme Speed onto.
Here comes the Rock Slide. He needs to avoid the flinch here. As Rock Slide comes out onto the Giga Leaf. Can Giga Leaf get off the attack? Gonna be the Rock Slide. Oh, it's gonna be the Void on the Arcanine.
That's
a tragic turn of events for Martin's side of the field.
Very unfortunate there. Sandstorm does subside.
Oh, so that's what he was protecting from.
Yeah. Oh well. I guess the information given on the screen is proven quite useful. So I guess now if he does still want to save, oh, goes for a second protect. Does not get it. Extreme Speed will pick off the Coco.
Does Reuven go for the Earthquake on himself though? No, he goes for Rock Slide. It's going to connect. Single target Rock Slide on the Giga Leaf. Can Giga Leaf move and connect with Arcanine?
Yeah, does go Rock Slide.
Does connect on Arcanine. Can he get the KO? Not going to be enough actually.
Yeah, with the Intimidate from the Arcanine coming into play there. Not sufficient. It was even a critical hit on the Garchomp. Well. But now Porygon will hit the field for Martin. Pretty bulky. Still relatively healthy.
Yeah, actually nothing really stopping Martin from going for the Protect plus Trick Room here.
Yeah, and that's a pretty safe play as well. Tectonic Rage being burnt on the Garchomp. Garchomp has to fear Ice Beam from Porygon 2 as well.
Yeah, but no, he doesn't fear Ice Beam at this point. This point, all Martin wants is the Trick Room.
Yeah, no, I'm saying Reuven. And he does fear the Ice Beam and goes for a Protect.
Okay.
No idea, maybe he doesn't recognize the Trick Room threat. Does go for Protect.
But Rock Slide is your best chance of stopping the Trick Room, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And Flare Blitz will go into Porygon 2.
I suppose he thinks he can get the crit with Flare Blitz, which is not going to be enough actually.
Yeah, insufficient. Not even the burn will save him. And Trick Room will go up.
Oh, he does get his own berry recovery though. And we saw that Rock Slide is not enough at this point.
Well,
but Rock Slide will take out the Garchomp.
Yeah, that is true. And I guess Porygon 2 could just recover off the damage as well. Now that it's not taunted, free to just heal off all that damage.
Yeah, Martin seems to be in a very strong position. Giga Leaf in his last legs, but should be able to pick up the Garchomp at least. But Reuven though still has a chance because Rock Slide, not the most accurate move in the world.
Yeah, I guess if Martin wants to double down, his Porygon 2 can still take a single hit.
Here comes Rock Slide, does connect on both. Garchomp should be going down this turn. As it does, Arcanine takes a hit, able to survive after the berry recovery. And Porygon 2 does recover, recognizing that if Arcanine wants to take it down, he has to Flare Blitz, and that means Arcanine will go down before Porygon 2.
Yeah, its own recoil will cost it its life there. And Giga Leaf is also just free on the field. Flare Blitz will not be able to take it down, not being effective at all.
Trying for a burn there, but not getting it. Yeah, and that should be the game as Porygon 2 can press virtually any attack on his arsenal to finish off the Arcanine under Trick Room.
Yeah, sitting quite healthy over there. Free of the taunts.
Oh, here comes Extreme Speed just to try and kill the Giga Leaf.
Not
enough. Be enough. And Rock Slide will finish off the Arcanine and take us to game 3 of this final set.
A very interesting set of circumstances. I mean, Reuven still was going strong, but I guess some situations made him lose his momentum. The Tectonic Rage into Giga Leaf, proccing the Recovery Berry.
Yeah, Martin definitely played it better, not letting his Giga Leaf get one-shotted by the Tectonic Rage.
Yeah.
But he's still playing a very dangerous game. Giga Leaf versus Garchomp is just so risky.
I don't think...
One misprediction eats a Tectonic Rage, and another misprediction eats a regular Earthquake. So it's just not a safe position for Giga Leaf at all.
I think it's something that he cannot avoid. But I think the important thing for him is just to burn the Tectonic Rage, because once you force Garchomp into the Earthquake, nothing on Reuven's team enjoys taking the Earthquake. The Arcanine doesn't, the Magnezone sure doesn't. The only thing that wants to stay is the Drift Blade, which Martin seemed to prioritize taking out in the second game.
Yes, so Gyarados is going to be crucial. Just Martin is going to have to be protecting it a lot better. He let it take way too much residual damage from the Shadow Ball, from the Sand, which left it in range of the +1 Moonblast.
Yeah, I think it's fine because at the end game he played it out with a Trick Room. By getting rid of the Fini, he was able to ensure that speed control was his for his Giga Leaf to end the game.
And here we go, game 3 of the finals. the deciding game to decide the winner of Singapore's second mid-season showdown of the 2017 season between Reuven Tan and Martin Tan.
Yeah. Will we see the same Drift Beam Tapu Fini lead from Reuven, or is he going to switch it up?
It's going to be Coco and Porygon 2, the same as game 2 for Martin, as Reuven goes for the Fini and Drift Beam.
Yeah, he's pretty confident in his lead.
Not so much confident. I think Reuven has no choice but to lead Fini. He cannot let Trick Room go up at all. We've seen it in game 2.
Yes. Well, I agree with you there. And once again, taunt onto the Fini is to be expected. Does Coco want to go for attack or wants to stay in though? Volt Switch, I guess, is okay. Onto the Drift Beam.
The other thing here is that, Martin can actually double into the Fini slot with Volt Switch and Ice Beam. If Gachon wants to come in to stop Volt Switch,
it's got Ice Beam, yeah. I guess it will survive, but being at 7 HP, it's not really ideal.
Yeah, not when he's the most important member of Reuven's team in this matchup.
I mean, he can it also punishes the fact that Reuven's Fini doesn't have Protect.
Yes.
And
but he's
Porygon 2
gonna switch
switches
out there,
out.
hoping to catch the taunt onto a irrelevant slot.
Ooh,
But then
Gyarados.
stops it from Dragon Dancing.
Well,
That's somewhat unfortunate if it does happen. Here comes the Intimidate, not gonna matter in.
will we see a
about these
Tailwind?
two.
We will see a Tailwind.
Here's the Tailwind though. And where will the Volt Switch go into?
No switches.
Here
If it
comes Volt Switch. And it goes into the Tapu Fini. So good damage on the Fini. Halfway to stopping taunt.
Yeah, I think that's what Martin is aiming for. That's why he's preserving his Porygon 2, letting Gyarados come out onto the field to take damage.
And here comes Porygon 2 back again.
Well, you taunted the wrong slot.
Now,
Reuven.
no. Is Taunt going to come out at all is the question.
Yeah,
it
and
is
Taunt
gonna
does
be
come
Taunt
out.
into the Gyarados. So no Dragon Dancers coming out for the foreseeable future. But I don't think Martin will mind too much, since Porygon 2 hits the field and forces Fini to taunt that slot
Actually,
as well.
that's a very good way to waste Tailwind turns. You know, you don't attack me. You have to taunt me. Otherwise, I'm going to reverse the situation. But the more you taunt me, the more your Tailwind turns are going to run out. So
But Gyarados kind of did wait because he can't Earthquake without a boost.
he can't get a boost either.
Yeah, he can't get a
because
boost
he's
either. He
taunted.
can't really waterfall the Tapu Fini. And he knows based on the game 2's damage that unboosted Tectonic Rage cannot do what we see of Fini's health remaining.
Well, I guess Gyarados can switch out and bring in the Coco would be a logical choice. You get the Electric Terrain as a bonus as well.
No,
but it's
no
gonna
switches
stay
out.
in.
Shadow Ball into the Gyarados. Let's see, it has to be Gyarados. Porygon 2 is immune to the Ghost.
Yeah, and
And
Moonblast
as well.
No taunt.
Reuven
No taunt.
firing into Gyarados. Is this the turn where Martin finally gets Trick Room up?
Special attack drop irrelevant on the
Actually
Gyarados.
goes straight for the Tectonic Rage. Oh, Martin might be doubling into the Porygon 2 just to get it off the field. Which could be a good play actually, since it guarantees the Trick Room next turn. Oh, actually it doesn't because he could just swagger Tectonic Rage the Porygon.
Yeah, but I mean the Fini, he could just easily Trick Room here. I mean, we have no idea what the Porygon has gone
I
for.
suspect he's going for the double.
And Tectonic Rage is enough. No, not quite.
Is it going to be the double into Fini? Yeah, oh, it's going to be the Drift Blim. So a missed opportunity to Trick Room there.
I think he was expecting the taunt on the Porygon. There's no other way
Definitely.
to explain it. Yeah,
But now Gyarados is a sitting duck, unable to protect all Dragon Dance.
definitely. And Shadow Ball at this range, is it enough to KO?
No, not the
Gyarados?
Shadow Ball.
Then Fini still has the question of, do I taunt the Porygon too?
Yes.
Because if he goes for the KO and Porygon sets up Trick Room, Giga Leaf could come in for free under Trick Room. Could be quite devastating for Reuven. And
But Gyarados gonna
Gyarados
switch. Oh, is he going for Giga Leaf here? It's
is
going to be
going
Giga
for
Leaf.
Is it the Trick Room? Trick Room? Is it the Trick Room?
Well, he's going to be taunted though.
Is it? Is
I
it?
think so.
Is it?
One suspect
So
so.
hyped. This is so hyped.
I'm
Shadow
actually
Ball.
shocked he went for Ice Beam into Drift Blim last turn, honestly.
Yeah.
I thought at the very least you go into the Fini slot to guarantee the KO.
And taunt will land onto Porygon 2. Does he go for a Trick Room? It
Goes for the
for
Ice Beam. Is he going to finish off the Tapu Fini? Goes
No.
for a Drift Blim again.
I guess he's wasting
Turns of
Tailwind
Tailwind,
turn.
yes.
Yes.
And Riven's kind of playing into that. Well, because Sand will take out the Fini anyway.
Fair enough, fair enough. And I mean, Giga Leaf doesn't really care about being the slowest thing on the field.
But now though, Garchomp does come in.
Does he
Terrain
want...
is still on the field. Swagger, swagger, swagger. Swagger?
Well, I guess the Porygon 2 could
Swagger.
switch out for Tapu Koko. A bit risky, considering the Garchomp.
Well,
But-
you could White Guard to cover that.
Nah, Tectonic Rage though. Tectonic Rage though.
I think if you let Reuven blow his Tectonic Rage this turn, I think you take that.
Yeah, but I guess a cheeky play would be bringing Electric Terrain and hope Garchomp hits itself in confusion. If he goes for Swagger, oh, brings in the Gyarados.
Yes, gets the Intimidate off onto Garchomp, forcing the Swagger or inability to get the KO with Earthquake.
Definitely. And at least the Tectonic Rage won't be able to kill the Giga Lift. And
oh,
Swagger does hit the
Swagger
field.
into the Garchomp. He could have gone for the Coco here. He did not choose to.
Does he go for the Earthquake? Goes for the Rock Slide. Gyarados avoids the attack.
Can Giga Lift get the attack through the flinch chance?
+1 does a bit of damage.
Does go for the
Rock Slide does
into the Drift Beam. Finishes off the Drift Beam. Gonna do a good chunk to the Garchomp as well.
Ooh, Garchomp +1 not quite doing a lot of damage to the Giga Lift there. And Drift Beam will go down. No more Swagger shenanigans for Reuven. It's a guessing game though. Garchomp still at +1. Can Tectonic Rage?
Brought the Magnezone this game to threaten the Giga Lift with the Flash Cannon.
But
Gyarados still has Earthquake.
Has he burned the Tectonic? Yes, he has burned the Tectonic Rage to take out the Finny in the previous turn.
But Tailwind still one more turn, or has Tailwind expired?
I think Tailwind has
just
expired.
But Garchomp's still the fastest thing.
Yes.
But still has Tectonic Rage live though.
Yes, definitely. And I mean, +1 Rock Slide still pretty scary, pretty relevant. Gyarados could just easily go down this turn. Although White Guard, oh, White Guard does show his face.
Here he comes. Is Tectonic Rage coming this way? Tectonic Rage. It's going to be Poison Jab into the Gyarados. With the +1 boost, going to be enough to take it out.
Smart read from Reuven there.
And Flash Cannon will finish off the Galif, even with the Sandstorm boost. But now Coco re-enters the field. But once again, the question now is Garchomp within range of Dazzling Gleam?
We have to see shortly. And it will be Porygon 2 as well for Martin. I think he doesn't have to risk it. Ice Beam should be enough to clean up the game for him.
Protect Trick Room?
I'm not sure he wants that though. The
other problem is that he's given Magnezone Electric Terrain.
Yes. Special attack.
Special attack boost for the Porygon, thanks to Magnezone's high physical defense stat.
Well, at this point, I don't think Garchomp will go down to a Dazzling Gleam. Twinkle Tackle is not live for Tapu Koko as well.
Move already.
Yeah, and the problem now is the Magnezone. With the Electric Terrain, should do a lot of damage. And there's nothing really he can do to threaten it as well.
Yeah, the problem here is that Tectonic Rage and Thunderbolt into Porygon 2 will take it out.
And Porygon 2
I think he has to try and Dazzling Gleam the Garchomp and pray for the best. He doesn't really have any other outs. See, the Porygon 2 cannot take repeated punishment under the current situation.
Tapu Koko goes for the Protect, so no Dazzling Gleam coming out from the Koko.
Here comes the Tectonic Rage. No, going to be Protect from Garchomp. So, it's Porygon...
Oh, that's a Gigavolt Havoc under Electric
Terrain.
That's going to do a lot of damage.
Into who though? Zoilo did use it on Cocos.
I doubt Reuven will make the same mistake. If he goes into Porygon 2, should pick up the KO.
Well, we're about to find out. It goes into the Coco! Reuven deciding he thinks he's Zoilo, goes for the Coco. Runs into the Protect. But Ice Beam into the Garchomp is going to keep Garchomp around for one more turn.
Well, now at least Tectonic Rage is also not live, so Garchomp is limited to the Poison Jab, which is still effective on the Coco, or the Rock Slide, which could win him the game by flinching the Porygon 2.
Martin's going to have to bang on which percentage he prefers. The double Protect on Tapu Koko or the Dazzling Gleam crit chance.
I go with the double Protect, honestly.
That is the better percentage play.
But he has let him down, I believe, in game 2. Dazzling
Gleam
for
the
is
Dazzling Gleam this time. Can he get a crit on Garchomp?
No, he will not.
Gonna get the crit. But Garchomp has to poison. Yeah, Poison Guard goes for the Poison Jab. Won't finish off the Tapu Koko. But now Porygon 2 eats a Thunderbolt under terrain.
Yes, and won't be able to recover this turn as well, since Ice Beam will be going into Garchomp.
Goes for Flash Cannon though.
And not a lot of damage though. Porygon will hang on, gets a special defense drop, sets it up for Thunderbolt KO the next turn.
Well, now
Reuven,
we know what
you
he was
lucky
going
boy.
for.
Reuven, you lucky boy. Well, bold declaration by Martin. He's going to attempt to PP stall the Magnezone.
Well, he's going to need to do that because Thunderbolt is boosted by both the terrain and the special defense drop.
The odds are against Martin's favor though. I mean, repeated flash cannons could drop. And Magnezone goes for the Thunderbolt.
Might actually be the KO on its own. Here we go. Thunderbolt in terrain.
It's not
Thunderbolt
enough.
hangs on, goes for the Ice Beam. 10% chance of getting a free.
No freeze.
No freeze there. Reuven will take the set and is our mid-season showdown champion.
Yeah, I mean, recover wasn't the play there. I mean, it would have gone down either way.
Yeah, the Thunderbolt under terrain was doing too much. And he still had, I believe, 2 more turns of electric terrain.
I kind of feel that maybe Martin should have gone for a double protect.
Yes,
higher
that was
percentage.
his higher percentage play to save his Coco, as opposed to Dazzling Gleam crit, which wasn't going to be enough.
And I mean, if only he had Twinkle Tackle.
Yeah, he chose to burn his Tectonic Rage early in the game.
I guess he was okay since he took out Fini.
No, but he didn't. That's the thing. If he had doubled into the Fini with the Ice Beam, he would have gotten the kill he was looking for. I'm very confused by the choice to Ice Beam the Drift Beam. It looked like there were 2 clear choices there. Ice Beam to cover a Fini's survival, or take the chance to Trick Room.
Although, if you do kill the Fini, you just allow Garchomp to come in and that's just a free +2.
But then you Trick Room.
Yes, that's the main worry. That's the main.
You see,
thought.
if he went for Ice Beam into Drift Beam, essentially he's communicating the fact that he expected the Tectonic Rage to KO. In that case, Trick Room, Martin, go for the Trick Room.
Yeah, I'm surprised because if he wants the Fini dead, he didn't even Trick Room at all during game 3. He could have turned things in his favor, especially if Giga Leaf was allowed to live and fire off repeated Rock Slides.
It's understandable he feared the taunt, but
Yes.
if Fini is taunting, Fini is not doing damage.
Yes.
If she frees Gyarados up to do damage too, Reuven's side of the field. So you have to feel that Martin had a very clear game plan. I'm going to get rid of Fini and Trick Room, but he didn't really follow through.
Maybe he got cold feet and he's decided to switch it up. I'm not sure. Maybe he felt that I have Coco in the back, I shouldn't be Trick Roaming.
No, he wanted Trick Room, but he always feared the taunt. Every single turn he feared the taunt. So he didn't take the chance to at least try. But yeah, it's that one particular turn where the Tectonic Rage and Ice Beam into a Drift Beam. It didn't seem to make sense because, again, if you count on Tectonic Rage KOing, then you would Trick Room. But if you Ice Beam the Drift Beam, that means you are basically not covering the potential survival from the double Fini and going for unnecessary damage on the Drift Beam.
Yeah, well, in the end, Reuven does pull through to make it to the finals and come out on top for the Singapore mid-season showdown.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty clear towards the end that the Porygon 2 on Martin's side does not carry Thunderbolt, since that does cover both slots, and it would be a safer move to use.
Yeah, more damage onto the Fini. Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Alright, so that is it for the mid-season showdown. Our champion is Reuven Tan, but we will be going to interviews with both players, so stay tuned.
we are here with the unfortunate loser of the finals. But still, you made it this far, so props to you. Just that, I don't know, in game 3 though, you could have easily turned the game in your favor. You had just gone for Trick Room. What was going through your mind during that match?
Well, I mean, the matchup already wasn't in my favor in a sense because I didn't have any attacks that could super effectively damage Magnus over the long run, and I felt that Trick Room wasn't really the play. And in fact, the turn before, I wanted Garchomp to, try to dish out as much damage as possible to Garchomp. If I fish for crit, then at least Garchomp don't get to fire off a rock slide or something like that. Or at least I was able to keep the Tapu Koko at least 2v1 situation. So, but unfortunately it didn't happen. And on retrospect, yes, indeed, Trick Room was the play. And then I could just simply recover and stall it out and see how it plays from there.
Yeah, then during the last turn, especially also when the Koko, I felt that your Koko should have double protected. That's a higher chance of working than hoping for a crit from the Dazzling Gleam. I think were you burned because I believe you double protected with your Koko before, and then that didn't work. So
yes, the RNG just well, it didn't pan out in the end, and that's why I didn't opt for the double protect, instead fish for the crit.
Yeah, but there were actually a couple of good plays also that I wanted to highlight. I think during game 2 where you protected into a Tectonic Rage from a Garchomp, and the way you adjusted to a Swagger Garchomp as well, all those were pretty good plays. And the way you caught the Giga Volt Hammer onto your own Koko was also pretty good. So are you going to go with this team into Malaysia Regionals or Malaysia MSS? Going to refine it a bit more?
Certainly, refinement is necessary, especially on the Arcanine spread, and because popping a berry will still be a big problem. But definitely I might be bringing this because I think it has worked out in terms of the bulky offense play that I adopted for this format. So yeah, sure, I blindly would bring this team now, but with some adjustments.
Definitely, it's brought you this far, so I would be surprised if you say you wouldn't want to. Yeah, well, congratulations on making it. Second place is still pretty good, but all in all, I believe you'll take this experience and further refine it, just as you have done with Melbourne.
Sure.
Yeah. So thank you for your playing today.
Thank you.
Finally, to end the day, I will be joined by your champion of today's mid-season showdown, Reuven Tan. Congratulations, Reuven. Right, so a really, really close set it turns out in the end. Though I think you did win two games nil, or was it 3 games? Oh, it was three games, yeah. Yeah, it was a game 3, as it turns out. But very close towards the end. And we saw you opted for the Fini Drift Limb in every single game.
Yeah.
So was it because you had no other answer to Trick Room?
I had Arcanine for answer the Trick Room, but I think that I need the Tailwind to beat most of his other Pokemons. Yeah, and Tapu Fini can just stun Porygon 2 easily if I wanted to swap through.
That's true. And you saw the taunt come off there, but you actually in game 3 we saw that you were so determined to keep your Fini and Drift Limb on the field that you ended up kind of wasting your own Tailwind turns. So what do you think? Because we saw that, especially since he was quite happy to let you keep taunting him as long as you were stalling out your own Tailwind turns. Do you think that maybe you needed to adjust at some point?
I actually didn't really think that much.
You just decided I must stop Trick Room.
Lots of just put out a sense and let him drop my Pokemon if he's doing that lah.
Yeah, definitely. but we saw that. So your Arcanine probably carries Raw as well.
Yeah,
Is that
I
true,
carry
no?
Ross.
Yeah, but I think in game 2,
I realized it wasn't good lah. I realized Magnezone was better against his team because during the Melbourne finals they said Magnezone was acceptable against that team. Yeah, so I decided to bring it with Brain Dance on my Driflane.
and so since you were so inspired by Melbourne finals as well, you decided that let's copy Zoe Low and let's Gigavo Havoc into the Tapu Koko, which used Protect. Not the wisest moment at all. And the other thing is that I think you also realized yourself towards the end of game 3 that your Gushron protected for absolutely no reason whatsoever, and actually gave him a chance to set up Trick Room, which could have cost you. But I think you said yourself that you forgot that his Pickle Tackle was gone.
I'm not sure if he would really Trick Room because my Magnezone is the second slowest on the field. So I didn't thought that he would Trick Room that turn.
But definitely you kind of blanked out about the Tectonic Rage being used already.
I thought he was going to Tingle Tackle my Garchomp.
But definitely good decisions made towards the end. And again, 50 championship points won today. You already told Justin previously that you weren't aiming for Worlds, but you do want that invite. So pressing on,
I want it.
we have a good slate of Malaysia events coming up. So I think we will be traveling to at least one of the two, probably both. That's no surprise considering who is in Malaysia right now. And once again, congratulations, Reuven. Your team did carry you through despite having virtually somewhat dubious counters to Trick Room on your team. But it worked out in the end. Able to outplay Martin across the set of 3 games. So congratulations once again, Reuven. And that's it for today's Midseason Showdown, or rather the weekend's Midseason Showdown. Your winner is Reuven Tan. The runner-up is Martin Tan. I am your commentator, Matthew Hui. Previously joining me was Justin Lok. And we will see you next time, perhaps at the Singapore Open. So goodbye for now.